Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Echo. Today in this video, I want to bring you some top tips to help improve your gameplay on PUBG Mobile. I've learned these tips while playing the PC version, the Xbox version. It's about time I shared it with the mobile device community. Now, if you do learn something new in today's video, please be sure to hit that like button. Hopefully these tips will help you get those winner chicken dinner. Without further ado, let's get into this and I hope you enjoy. The first thing I want to share with you is actually the starting location. Now this can determine a good game or a bad game. Now if you're pretty new to the game, my recommendation is trying to stay off the grid. Obviously on the map you're going to see named location, school, pachinki, and all those top locations. On the map that I've located in this clip, I've kind of gone between school and pachinki. Now for me personally, this has always been a popular destination. There's kind of like two mini towns there. They normally do provide loot, and if they don't normally provide anything good for you, at least north when you land, you have Watertown. That's also classed as an unmarked location, and a lot of people regularly don't go here. So obviously after you've located the place you want to go to, the next step is getting down to the ground as fast as possible. Now always keep an eye on how many people are inside the plane, because if you're yet to go past your destination and there's still a lot of people inside the plane, there are still many chances people are also going to be following you. Now a great feature on the mobile device is the ability to look around as much as possible. This is using the eye. It's kind of like just on the bottom left of your map. This means that you can get a full 360 view of what's around you. Now if you're picking the location that I'm going to, you shouldn't normally have to worry about players around you. However, you never know, they could be landing near you. So always use this eye as much as possible, especially if you are landing in a named location, something like school, something like pachinki, or anywhere else which may be popular. You probably noticed as soon as I landed, I picked up whatever I could find, whether it's a pistol, whether it's a crossbow, whether it's a weapon you absolutely hate. Having a weapon is much better than running around with your fists, because the chances are, if somebody did land with you, they're going to be doing the same. They're going to be grabbing whatever they can to, of course, stay in the game. You've got to remember, there's 100 people in this map, so having a weapon from the start is always a key factor to take into consideration. One of my absolute top tips is never stand still when looting a player you've killed. As you can see, I'm moving side to side, forward and back. Always make yourself a hard target to hit. The chances are if you've killed somebody in the open but you need meds, you need ammo, there's probably someone around the map that's also seen the same person who's pretty much just waiting for you to pick up their loot so he can just kill you. So moving side to side, moving back and forth, make yourself the harder target to hit, because if they do take shots at you, at least you're going to pinpoint the location where they're at and you can get yourself to the nearest cover. So best tip in today's video is don't stand still when looting another player. Just revisiting an earlier tip, like I explained, the eye is going to be your best friend. Now if you're running over large distances, we typically run in straight lines. So use this eye to your advantage. If you've got it locked on to sprint forward, look around you, because the chances are somebody's also going to be doing the same thing, running to the same location, because we're all running to the same circle. You'll also notice in this gameplay clip, I kind of take the higher ground, looking over towards pachinki. Now, obviously the higher ground is going to give you more advantage, but you'll also notice that I also look to the left as well, because that's where a lot of people like to climb over the hill from school locations. So again, throughout the gameplay, the eye is going to be your best friend. This next tip is what I like to call backs against the wall, because your back is against the circle, which usually means that the players outside the zone are dead or about to die. Now this is the strategy that I usually play to play this game, because it means only everyone in front of you can kill you. Now if you get to the safe zone before everybody else, it means that there's going to also be a couple of players that will be trying to run into the zone. Obviously, they're going to take a big, massive chunk of damage. Obviously, the circle gets smaller, you take more damage. So always keep an eye on the people that could be outside the zone, especially if you're running over large distances, especially if there's still a lot of towns that are still in the blue zone. So with this one, guys, always keep an eye on the blue zone, because you never know, people will still be out there, and they could have the loot or the ammo or the meds that you need to go into the final battles. So after the first circle or the second circle has came in, you do need to understand how the blue circle works. Now, positioned in this clip, I'm in a really bad position, because obviously it's on the military place, which means there's only one way for me to get there, and that is going to be the bridge. Now, if you can avoid using bridges, I recommend it. You'll notice a lot of bridge campers in this game, but I'm pinpointing specific locations on the map where the circle will go in the slowest. obviously for me, it's going to come in really fast. So if I stick to the left-hand side of the map, it should come in a little bit slower, meaning that you have a slight bit more chance getting to the final circle. Of course, staying in the final circle can be the key to survival throughout your gameplay. So if you can see the zone is closer to the white circle, try and stick to that side. Try and stick to the outside because, of course, it's going to go in slower there. You're going to be safe. Other players are not going to be safe, which means you might be able to get a couple of shots on people who are exposed to the open. So as you get closer and closer to the final zones, something that's a little bit more important than the eye is going to be meds. Things such as energy drinks, painkillers, and of course, your med kits. Now, if you are injured like I am, try and full boost up as much as possible. That's full energy, that's full pains, that's full med kit. Because of course, as you're starting to get to the final zones, this is where the better players are, but also the more geared. So the weapons that would do damage to a tier 1 vest, a tier 1 helmet, tier 2 helmet, these won't be as good in the final zone, so you're going to start needing to make sure you are prepared. If you do get into a battle, hopefully you're full geared up with meds, boosts, and stuff like that, and the other player isn't. So this can be the advantage between getting the kill or actually losing. Now, if you're really desperate for that winner-winner chicken dinner and you see other players fighting, let them fight it out because the chances are all you got to do is kill 1 or 2 players, which means you're not going to reveal your location, but you know exactly where they are. So if you do know where players are, always remember their specific location. Now, granted, I can't tell you exactly how to play this game. Everybody has their own play style. This is kind of my own play style. I'm kind of like an aggressive player, but many times I can be reserved. Obviously, keep an eye on the map as much as possible, but most of all, I hope this video has helped you out as much as possible. If my tips and tricks do help you out, and you would like to see a part 2, part 3, or even a part 4, of course, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, take care, stay beautiful, and if you would like to add me, my username is just ECKOSOLDIER YT. Have a great day, everyone.